We received a 911 call a little after 7 p.m. yesterday afternoon in reference to a possible missing person in the surf. We had some teenagers go out in the surf around 7:30, and they had been in and out of the water. They went in for the last time to rinse off. Three of the teenagers started walking in when they turned around and saw a small struggle with the fourth teenager, and then they couldn't see him any longer. They lost sight of him. We launched our rescue skis, rescue swimmers, called the Coast Guard, and we launched drones to try to find the missing swimmer. Unfortunately, we did not find him. We had to cease our efforts, our search efforts, around 9 o'clock due to visibility, zero visibility. And we later, some bystanders found him down the beach less than a mile from where he went missing. We provided CPR and other life-saving measures. He was transferred to the hospital where he later was pronounced deceased.
When you say bystanders, you mean like people on the beach?
Yeah, people are on the beach, walking the beach. People are on the beach usually all, throughout the evening. These people just happened to be walking the beach and saw him in about 1 to 2 foot of water.
Do we believe like a rip current played a role in this?
Yeah, absolutely. They said some of the teenagers that were in the water said they felt a little bit of a pull from the rip current, and so we absolutely believe it was rip current related. We were flying the red flag yesterday. We're flying the red flag today due to hazardous rip current conditions. We want to remind people that the most important and basic thing to remember when coming to the beach is make sure you're swimming in front of those staffed lifeguard towers.
Are there lifeguards in the area?
There's always lifeguards in the area, but the tower guards that sit the red towers had gone home for the day. They go off duty at 6 o'clock.
What else can people do? That is later in the day. It's not, necessarily.
If it's later in the day and there's no lifeguard on duty, don't go in the water. And also, if you find yourself caught in a rip current, don't panic. It's not going to pull you underwater. It's just going to pull you into deeper water. Yell for help. Try to swim parallel to shore out of the rip current. Don't try to swim back through the current pulling you out into the water. But most importantly, make sure you're swimming in front of those staffed lifeguard towers. Volusia County has a great beach app. Download that beach app, and you can get on that beach app and find out where the lifeguard towers are and what time they're open for the day.
How do you get through to people? Because I'm sure a lot of us live in Florida and say, I'm fine, I go to the beach all the time.
Well, that's the misconception. A lot of people think they underestimate the power of a rip current. Even the strongest of swimmers can get caught in a rip current. That's why it's so important to be in front of those staff lifeguard towers. A lot of times they can see you get caught in that rip current before you even realize you're in it.
Can you tell us about what it's been like here in Daytona Beach the last couple of weeks, months since summer started?
Yeah, we've been extremely busy in the water. We've had hazardous rip current conditions over the last few months. We have actually rescued over 1,600 people since the beginning of the year.
Wow. And summer, do you know more about just summer, like June now?
Yeah, we've over the last couple weeks, it's been close to like 500 people that we've rescued out of the water. With the 4th of July weekend, and it's just been it's been very busy out there in the water. We want people to know that you come over here, you make sure you're in front of those staff lifeguard towers.
Is that higher than other years, or is it pretty typical?
It's a little higher than last year, but we've had years where we've had over that number. So we rescue about 3,000 people each year out of rip currents.
Do we know anything about the victim and his family? Have they just come to the beach for the day?
They just came to the beach for the day from where they live in Altamont Springs.
So the family members were here when he went missing?
He had some friends here. Family members were not.
Anything else you want to add?
I think we got it. We can add the tower hours. Towers. The lifeguard towers for the day go on duty at 10 a.m. and they go off duty at 6 p.m.
So it's past tower hours, like you said, there are still some people patrolling?
Yeah, we are all lifeguards. When you see the red trucks, everyone that works on the beach is a lifeguard. So we have lifeguards patrolling 24 hours a day.
But probably if it's past that tower hour, you should maybe reconsider whether you actually want to go out.
Yeah, I mean, people we strongly recommend if it's past the time the towers go off duty to not go into the water.
Is that because there's just not enough staff members out here?
It's because there's no, you don't have a guard on duty, you know, and you get caught in a rip current. It could take, you know, a couple minutes for someone to respond. That's why it's so important to make sure you're swimming in front of those staff lifeguards.
Can you talk about just the emotions of this? This is obviously a very tragic call for you guys to respond to.
Absolutely. This affect, you know, not only the family, our condolences go to the family. It's very tragic. Any kind of death like this is tragic for everyone, including our staff that have to respond to a call like this. And we do take care of them. We do debriefings and make sure our staff are well also.